What's good, everybody? It's your boy Server Air 405 here. This is the Final Four sports program, and like always, I can't do this by myself. I have these gentlemen. I can't even talk. See, this is what happens when we record
It's
late. I have a
late.
few
It's
drinks.
late.
I have a few drinks, so I smoked a
I
little
had
bit.
a
Just
Mike's
got done
hard. I had
eating.
a couple. I had a
You
blunt.
know
You
what I
know.
mean? Had a Steve Weiser, had a couple eggs.
Come
But yeah, so here we are. We got these great guys here. First off, we got Vondre. What's going on, man?
What up, big dog? We here live in effect.
There we go. Next up, we got Bray Dollars. What's good, Bray?
What's good, man? It's been far too long, man. I'm ready to talk sports with the guys, man. It's been too long.
That's what's up. Of course, we got Dior. What up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is the Final Four. It has been too long, Bray. I 100% agree. It is good to be back, and we're all here. It's late night this time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it in. Let's rock.
That's what's up. And of course, we have our guest here and also my co-host in the Gorilla Booking podcast. We got the demented one himself, Joe Wolfgang. What's good, buddy?
What's good? What's good? I'm always the fifth wheel here, so it's going to be like a bad date.
There we go. All right. So speaking of bad dates, you can kind of compare that to preseason football because you're excited about the date, and then it ends up just being boring and doesn't have anything at the end of it. So it's kind of like preseason. You're excited for it, and then when you watch it, you're like, what else is on? I miss football, but I watched the 5 minutes of it. I'm good. What did you guys think of the preseason game, the Hall of Fame game? And we're going to go over our predictions on who is right, who's going to have the bragging rights. And according to my stats, only one person here will have bragging rights, but we'll get to that later. What did you guys think? We'll start with you, Vondre. What did you think of the Hall of Fame game? Did you watch the whole thing, part of it? Not at all?
So I didn't watch it live, but I watched the highlights the next day. Can we just talk about the Chargers defense this year? There was barely any starters out there, and they were just out there strapping everybody.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's true. They was going there.
Bro, it's 34-7.
Yeah.
I mean,
Season.
that is a Harbaugh organization at its finest.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, I forgot he's a Michigan fan.
You're gonna get that, even though he's a Broncos fan. There's a Harbaugh in there, so
he's a Harbaugh fan.
Yeah, he's still gonna.
Dude, you can't deny his defense. He brought his defensive coordinator from Michigan to the Chargers in there, and they're gonna do what they did, man. They know how to run a defense.
Joe, did you watch any of the game?
Listen, I had my predictions that the Chargers were going to come out hot. I didn't think Detroit would fumble the bag that bad. Like it was, this guy came off being coach of the year. He's coach of the year. And this is what he's going to produce literally the next game. He comes back. And he's got almost the same exact team with healthier players. So at what point did you say, I fucked up?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I watched part of the game and I checked the stats like right after to see who did the best in our predictions. And the person who did the best was two people. One, who's not here, unfortunately, who's always a guest, Tyler. But man, Dior. You called it. You had Trey Lance, and he was 13 for 20, 120 yards, a couple touchdowns. Joe picked Cameron Dicker for the Chargers.
Who was 2 field goals, 2 for 2 extra points.
Hold on. No, he was 2 for 3 on his field goals. He was 4 for 4 extra points, and his longest was a 27-yarder. So he had actually a pretty good game. Dre, you picked Khalif Raymond. I didn't see any stats. Did he show up to the game, or is he working his shift at Walmart?
He didn't play. He's first string. He didn't play.
So yeah,
he
I
did
looked
a very
heavy
good job
too
on the sidelines.
And that's tough to not have any stats. Him and I had the same stats, so that was
I know, me and him did shit.
we all did. And then Bray, he had Hendon Hooker, which is actually he should be friends with Cameron Dicker. That would probably be an interesting night.
Dicker and Hooker.
He was
Dicker and Hooker.
He was 3 for 6, 18 yards. He had a pick and 3 for 9 rushing. Tyler had Trey Lance, and then I had Isaac Tasala, and he was 2 for 46. So he didn't do too bad. He was all right. But
I mean,
so go ahead, Bray.
I picked Hendon Hooker only because I watched a lot of him. I think he had a good showing last preseason, if I'm not wrong. But also he did a lot in the SEC when he was that last year at Tennessee. I think Tennessee was on their way to a playoff run with him before he blew his ACL out. So I kind of picked him thinking he would do better. But Trey Lance, man, he came out playing like he's looking like he could potentially be a starter if Herbert goes down at some point.
Yeah, Dior, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, and honestly, it just big ups to that man. Brilliant performance. I mean, he was able to execute the playbook really well. He made smart decisions. I mean, that led to the dominant win. With that being said, obviously it's preseason, and the likelihood is Lance won't see a snap at all during regular season. With obviously Justin Herbert being their franchise guy. And that honestly just leaves me feeling bad for him. I mean, if you look at his history, like throughout his career, he gets picked third overall by San Francisco. He gets injured. He goes down. Purdy takes over. He has one magical season. Then after that, he gets traded to Dallas for a fourth-round pick. He had a very limited role there behind Dak and Rush. Then released by them and signed by to another backup role here in with the Chargers. So I get it. He hasn't really earned a starting job anywhere, but I just want to argue that he hasn't really had the opportunity to do so due to an early career injury. So it kind of sucks for him. But very, 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 very good showing by him, showing that he really can be probably a starter if he could play like that consistently.
I mean, listen, Joe Flacco just got nailed QB1 in Cleveland, so anything's possible. So anything's possible. Joe Flacco got named QB1 just a couple hours ago for Cleveland Browns.
Well,
so
of course, we knew that though. We knew that was going to happen.
But the problem, but what you're saying though is Trey Lance, like a quarterback's career is based upon how good they do somewhere, right? The thing is though, is Trey Lance, and this actually kind of falls on his agent, could have gotten him probably a pretty solid deal in Cleveland, and he probably could have been a starter over freaking Joe Flacco. I get it. Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but that is like history. That's not like last year history. That's like
we know last year's history. We don't got to talk about that.
I mean, we can always talk about last year's history because it's always great history.
Oh, fucking birds.
But the point is this: like he was QB3 in Dallas behind Cooper.
Yeah. That's disrespectful.
And, like
he's good. He's good.
I mean, listen, like if you want to transition it, let's just talk about it. It was spitting in the face of Dallas players. Right there, we could go right into the next segment.
No, well,
right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But speaking of spitting in the face, Jerry Jones is doing that to Micah right now. So that's a good segue.
Well,
do you want to finish your point from the other?
No. I mean, I just wanted to give a couple more shout outs to people in that game that kind of Trey Lance was definitely the star, but there were a couple other guys that I was really impressed with. Nico Reed, undrafted free agent, targeted twice, 0 completions allowed. He caught an interception, which was actually a near pick six. It actually was the highest rated play of the game by PFF, whatever the fuck. And I think he's had a really hot start to camp. He's been the rave at the Chargers camp, so he's just proven it. And I think that he could honestly step in a role there this season. So shouts out to him. He was actually named the highest graded rookie in PFF as well. And then also Keandre Lambert-Smith, he made the most of a very limited role for preseason. He had I think 2 targets and he got 43 yards and a touchdown. So like I said, made the best of his role. So shouts out. I think the Chargers are looking pretty good and could honestly be a sleeper team this year.
Well, the Broncos are going to win the division, so it's not going to matter what they do. So, just saying.
Anyway, let's move on to Micah because I think
let's talk about Micah a little bit. And Dre, you can start us off. Here's my question: Does it seem like it's just another player, wanting more money? Does it seem like he's actually getting fucked, or is this kind of like a non-story? He's going to be there week 1. What do you think?
I mean, dude. How many years has Michael Parsons been in Dallas?
Shit. What? Few?
5?
Like
a while. Maybe
4
5.
with an option. He's 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
So when he's looking around the league and he's putting up the same numbers as a Max Crosby, a Myles Garrett,
Garrett.
a Watt, a TJ. Like when he's putting up the same numbers and he's not getting that check because they got to pay CeeDee Lamb, I'd be
And Dak
pissed too.
Prescott.
I'd be pissed if I got to pay Dak Prescott, who's been in the league 10 years and can't get me past the second round. I'd be pissed too. So he has every right to do it. Every single right. Micah is not in the wrong, and if he want that money, he can come to Philly. We got him.
We got him.
Howie Roseman right there with the shiesty on.
And Bray, what do you think?
I don't know what's up with the NFC East and just not wanting to pay their players. Terry McLaurin is having the same Terry McLaurin's having the same situation in Washington.
Whoa. Say Dallas next time. Don't.
Well,
Well, no, because Washington.
Philly
Philly
caught
100% correct.
Philly caught us.
But don't put us in it though.
No,
but
Dre, he's 100% correct because Terry McLaurin is having the same situation in Washington.
Yeah.
So
he's literally having. That's half your. Well, I mean, and then you could throw in the Giants where they didn't want to pay Barkley and they decided to pay Daniel Jones instead. It's like
that's true.
The NFC East. The NFC East outside of Philly does not like paying players that have shown loyalty. Like,
see, he rephrased it for you.
He did. I like that. Thank you, bro.
Way better. I was gonna say, I'm gonna pull the shiesty up. I'm.
Wait, hold on. Let Bray finish his thought though. Bray, let him get that out.
Micah's been a loyal guy. I think he deserves the money he wants. I don't think he's gonna get traded. I don't think there's any team that could offer the right amount of assets. You would cough up first round picks and a top player on your defense just to get him. Yeah. And then on top of that, you have to pay him when he gets there. You're gonna have to pay him the max when he gets there. So I think Dallas and Washington both are just gonna end up paying their guys the deserving contracts they both deserve.
Facts. Joe, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you 3 void seasons, a Wawa gift card, a SEPTA bus pass, and Jerry Jones's grave, and watch Micah Parsons be an Eagle by 2026.
Stop it.
Nah,
no. Well,
no. He ain't going there.
No.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. He this is his last year. He's done. He's an unrestricted free agent.
You guys aren't going to pay him that much. You guys aren't going to pay him that. You're not.
Well, wait. First and foremost,
we're sitting 30. A lot of it.
We are sitting 30 over the cap. We are sitting 30 over the cap, and we're still trading players right now. We just traded for Booker.
Dude, and we're still restructuring contracts. We just restructured Saquon's contract.
The wizard, right. Howie Roseman, baby.
No, don't mess with the master of the dark arts, Howie Roseman. Like,
man, listen, he does something illegal. I swear.
I don't know, man. I don't see it.
If there's a will, there's a way. And listen, no, it's gonna take. But the thing is, though, is they got to do something. That's it. The ball is in their court. Because if they don't, it's going to look worse for them, and he's going to walk out, and everybody's going to offload the farm for free on him. Like, because think about it this way. This is just like what happened with Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was like, I'm done. This whole thing with Chip Kelly, blah, 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 blah. We ended up offering peanuts and a 7th-round pick to get rid of the man for a fucking charge that the guy was an accusation of gangs. Like, it was just an accusation. It wasn't like a legit charge. So the thing is like, don't make mistakes that makes your organization look dumb right now, because everybody's looking at an organizational problem. You know, Giants did it last year, and that absolutely fucking fell on their face, and they're still dealing with that bullshit. You know, then you right now have fucking Scary Terry out there, who is your wide receiver 1, and what you're going to do is you're going to not pay him and pay Deebo Samuels. While Deebo Samuels lost 20 pounds, he's still slow as shit in the center, you know, come across midfield. But now you have one of the best defensemen in the NFC, if not the fucking NFL, not being paid over Dak, CD. Like, you messed up. You dropped the ball because you thought you could get him for less. And now you've just pissed him off. And now he knows that you can't write the check right now because you just made the check look nasty. So unless you're going to overpay him and take a fine and lose picks yourself, because that's where they're at with their fucking money. If someone can look up how much cap space Dallas has, because then that's the actual joke. Because the actual joke is this man's worth 35 million, easy, 23 to 30 million dollars a year is
I think
a
that's
good
kind of
solid
like the
number for that
going
man.
rate. I think that's a going rate for a talent like
Well,
that. 25,
So
30
I
million a
guarantee
year.
you they probably don't have the cap space. They probably don't have the cap space. Jerry doesn't want to structure and pay out money in bonus contracts.
I think if they
Because you
didn't
get
have the
paid this
cap
man on
space, if they didn't have the cap space, I think that would have came out already in the media. I think people would have already been talking about that. Like, it's not an issue if they can't afford them anyways. So I think that would have been like the right off the bat thing. Like, he wants more money than they can actually give him. So that's never came up. So I just think that they don't want to pay him that much. Like, they don't want to give him
They
that.
have
Like, just
31
Jerry
million.
Jones
I
being
looked it up.
Jerry Jones.
They have 31 million.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
Jerry Jones
it's
They
being
have
Jerry
more
Jones.
cap. Wait. They have more cap space than us. They have
Yeah.
more cap space than us by
Right. That's
$1
why
million.
it's a non-issue about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's talked about it. So at the end of the day, it's like it's Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones, but he's in control. He could just have Micah sit the whole season if he wanted to. You know what I mean? But I think something's going to happen, just like
Watch
with
that
Scary
defense
Terry.
fail.
I mean, I think Scary Terry's going to get his money too. But it's just, to me, like, it's just weird that it happens right at the very, like, preseason starting. Like, you couldn't
CD
really.
the same start last year.
But I mean, like,
It-
it's normal for every like player. Like, it happens almost every year.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying to me as a
Well-
fan. Not like any player does it particularly, because you only hear about the shit like once every 6 years because of contracts. But like, I just think it's just weird that it happens right when preseason is starting. It's
So
like, okay,
close.
so you're just gonna sit.
Mhm.
Okay, you want to get traded? Okay, cool. So you're gonna get traded to another team, and you're gonna have to learn their playbook in fucking 3 weeks and be game ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. Like, why would you? Football is way more complicated than any other fucking sport, because you have to learn plays. You have to like understand the game. You have to understand your teammates. You know what I mean? Like, he's already in a set system. So why would he want to be traded to another team now? Why couldn't he just do this shit like fucking a month ago or 2 months ago? Dre, I mean, what do you think? Like, I mean, that's just
Because when you really think about it, right? And this is just me throwing random facts out there. Jerry Jones knows what he's doing. He knows that he is in the public eye 100% of the time. Dallas Cowboys are in the public eye 100% of the time. Everybody hates them.
Yep.
Nobody cares for them. He knows that causing controversy will put an eye on them. And then when Micah gets paid, then it's all going to be fine and dandy, because they were going to suspend CeeDee Lamb for 4 games last season. He gets paid. He doesn't get suspended any games, and then he just comes in the game and just does what he's supposed to do. It's literally a publicity stunt. That's what they do, and they know what they're doing, and they're geniuses for doing it because they know we're going to talk about it. They know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Dior?
Jerry Jones is the controversial causes cash.
Jerry
He
Jones
is. Like,
being
this
Jerry
is-
Jones.
You're looking at it right now. We're talking. Yeah, he's a circus. He's a ringmaster of the circus.
Yeah. Dior?
So, I mean, look, here's my thing, right? Mike has been eligible for an extension since last offseason. And like we've said, like everyone said, he wants a deal that reflects his status of being a top defender in the NFL. Okay? Jerry Jones has continuously and publicly hoed this man and downplayed the urgency of getting this deal done and the seriousness of the trade request. I think that there's something to say about how this is happening so publicly as well. How Jerry Jones is consistently in the media saying so much shit. And I know a lot of people do write this off as a bargaining ploy, which, it's been true since the beginning of time with contract negotiations. We know that. But I think in this case, it might be a little bit different, because I think that Jerry Jones is so out of touch to truly see that, number one, this is a huge distraction to the bigger and grander problem that Dallas has, and that it poses a threat to their team, most of all their defense. Okay, now we already saw DeMarcus Lawrence say, listen, I've had enough. Now I don't think that was contract disputes, but we've seen frustration growing in the Dallas locker room from players over the past decade. So, I mean, I don't know that, yes, most likely is a publicity stunt. It probably is this, but I think that there is a true level of frustration in Micah's case. And I think that he is getting to because like they're not even, it's not like they're winning like a lot. They're losing, and and if you're going to be in that situation, you want to get your everyone's getting paid before him, and that can be a shot to his confidence as a player, and that sometimes shows in the game. So I don't know. I will say this: if we are talking trades, and if he did want to come to the Eagles, a realistic trade, I think would maybe be Nolan Smith and a first rounder for Micah Parsons, and I think that would work.
Every fan, like, to be fair, like every NFL fan says that rounder? Same shit. Everyone says that. He'd be great in my team. Like, it just everyone says that shit.
Of course he'd be great. Of course we would. But listen, all I'm gonna say is this: never say never when it comes to this shit.
Here's why I will say never. Here's why I say
here's the problem.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I'll just say this. Here's why I say never going to the Eagles or even to the Giants or even to Washington. Most of the time, you don't see people trading within their division. They don't want that motherfucker coming back twice in the season. When you look at all, like, most trades, you don't really see, like, teams trading in the same division. No. Think of every trade you ever seen.
Nah.
So just off of that fact, not saying that the Eagles couldn't afford him, not saying he wouldn't want to go to the Eagles, but just off that, like, Dallas isn't want to give one of the best fucking players in the league to, like, the Super Bowl champions.
Well, I highly doubt that it would happen.
It wouldn't.
I highly doubt that it would happen, but I'm just saying if we were gonna do it, Nolan Smith will be involved, some picks. I love Nolan Smith, but if it was gonna be Nolan Smith,
you don't give up
Micah,
Nolan,
huh?
No.
I give up Nolan for Micah. I give up Nolan. Yeah,
we could give up Ojomo and we can give up Jalix Hunt and 2 second-round picks and still get Micah Parsons.
Not Jalix.
You see how scared he was to lose Jalix over Nolan Smith. We need Nolan Smith, man. We need.
No. Right. Jalix Hunt is going to be a beast come out.
No, it's not the Eagles podcast.
That's not the Eagles podcast. But let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Fred Warner is the highest paid linebacker at $21 million.
As he should.
But Micah Parsons is better than Fred Warner.
Yeah, but Micah's more. He plays more of a defensive end than he does linebacker.
Yeah, it's like
he doesn't cover. He's literally like a pass rusher.
He's a great
that's also schemes, but that's also scheme setup.
That's right. I mean, they just play two different types.
But when you put numbers up against each other, we're going off of like sacks and total tackles, and Micah's going up against Max Crosby's and the Myles Garrett's. He's trying to compete with them when they're getting 40 mil a year, 40 million a year.
So right, but see, here's the problem. He's not that piece. The thing is that if you were to franchise tag him, right, at the last moment, franchise tag this man, he's only getting at max 22 mil. He's not worth 22 mil. He's in, like you just said, he's in the Max Crosby contracts. He's up there in the high 20s, low 30s.
Yeah.
But that's just per year. So you're going to have to offer this man, and he wants tenure. I think that's where it comes down to. I think he wants tenure. I think he wants like a 5-year 125.
Yeah, he wants to stay home somewhere. Everybody wants a home, and he wants his check too.
Right. So I think like a 5-year 125 with some guarantee on it, like that's where he's looking.
Maybe even 6.
So let me ask you guys this, and then
linebackers don't have more. Linebackers don't go that long.
So here's the question, and then we'll move on to some more NFL stuff. What do you guys think? Week 1, is Micah geared up, ready to go for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Most likely.
I hope not, but yes.
Yeah.
Are we afraid of that? No, not at all.
No. Nobody is. Nobody's afraid of that.
Micah said, put it this way.
My offensive line's not afraid of
Micah said that when we blew them out this past year, Micah said that like they were right there with us if you take away the scoreboard. 17 big plays. So I don't give a fuck if Micah plays.
They scored a combined 13 points in 2 games. Bro. I don't like anything about Dallas Cowboys makes no sense to me.
Yeah, honestly, I do believe the defensive coordinator has a lot to do with why Micah's not getting paid, because maybe he's just not fitting the scheme that they want to play anymore.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
So
we'll see what Shotzi says,
So I'm gonna bring this up because I want Dior on record, since we're gonna be seeing the first game.
You're about to make me mad.
For
Donald Trump
Dion's little baby boy making the start, even though he's not number 1, he's last on the depth chart. He's making the start because if I'm not mistaken, Gabriel and who's the other guy?
Kenny Pickett are both hurt.
They're both hurt. So he got bumped up a little bit. So all eyes on him. Probably the most watched preseason game
In history.
Maybe.
I mean, listen,
it might be. So let me ask.
What did he say? Wait. What did he say? What did he say? Legendary.
Hold on. So Dior, I want your opinion on how you think he's gonna do the first week. We got 10 minutes left. How do you think he's gonna do? And do you think his job is like if he has a bad game, is his job on the line? Like, is this like if he balls out, is he gonna he's gonna start for sure? Like, tell me your honest opinion, bro. Right now, let's hear it. So I'm gonna give you the Discord energy too, so keep that in mind, mother.
My guy starting week 1, August 8th. Don't miss it against the Panthers. Shador Sanders. It's gonna be prime time. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be something to see. My guy Shador Sanders. He's gonna be balling out. I truly believe that. I think that the Browns will win that game 17-13. I think he's gonna throw for over 100 yards. I think he's gonna have a dominant pocket presence like he usually does. And honestly, ultimately, I think he's going to win the backup job. And I think by week 5 or between week 5 and 7, he will end up being your starting quarterback for the Browns. That point moving forward, I think that Flacco is going to be obviously Flacco is going to be the starter. I know that we saw that coming, but at the same time, obviously Flacco is not the future of the Browns by any stretch of the imagination, and eventually, it's going to come down to either Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders. And hey, man, early injuries suck. I don't know how bad the injury is for Dylan Gabriel, but yeah, I'm going to probably do the same thing soon. But I think that Shador Sanders is going to make the most of this opportunity because this is what he's been waiting for. Obviously, sucks to see people get injured, but I'm excited, man.
I had to bring it up. I wasn't going to say anything. But we have, right now we got about 8 minutes to kill. So, okay. So we got you on record up what you think he's going to do.
Listen,
Joe, go ahead.
Kenny
I know you're
Pickett,
dying. You had the
Kenny Pickett's Kenny Pickett's only not there because that ring he's got on his hand broke his wrist.
Oh, bro.
I don't even.
I thought it was like a fucking Sunny reference because the claw.
No,
like you got the claw.
No. Because I mean, you listen. We haven't talked about it since it, but everybody's seen that Eagles Super Bowl ring. It's body as fuck, bro.
It's awesome. The best.
It's amazing. It's super huge. It's got moving wings.
Ever.
It's everything you ever want to see.
That's fantastic.
Everything you want to see.
Bray,
but the point is that's what broke Kenny Pickett's hand.
A few things. I think there is a bigger QB to watch out for this coming preseason weekend.
Oh, here we go.
And that's the man in Minnesota, man. He's taking.
I knew it.
You want to talk about winners.
This man deflected the shit out of the question.
Hold on. I'll get back to Shador in a second. But you want to talk about winners.
Just like the Discord. Goddamn.
We got 7 minutes left, so come on.
Let's edit these down. He was a 15-0 national champion, 26-1 as a starter in college. The stats write itself. Beat Ohio State 3 times. Beat retired Coach Saban. JJ McCarthy starting for the Vikings this weekend, and
I don't have my JJ McCarthy notes. I'm sorry.
I tell you what beat JJ McCarthy, the Vikings practice field. Okay.
Bro,
he's been looking all right. I've been watching some videos. He's been looking all right. Like I think
he looked all right last year too before he hit the practice field.
Back to Shador though. When it comes to playing for his job, he 100% is. They just signed Tyler Huntley. By the way, just gotta throw that out there. So that puts them up to 6. That puts them up to 6 on the roster. I'm pretty sure 3 is the limit. So that means they're gonna have to flat out cut 3. So you're gonna get a start from Shador this weekend. You're probably gonna get a start from Gabriel, and you're probably gonna get a start from Pickett. Whoever I imagine who performs the best out of those 3 is getting that last roster spot because they didn't just go out and sign Tyler Huntley for nothing. So those 3 guys are playing for a roster spot.
They signed Huntley because one of those QBs is going to be out for a long time.
Well, yeah. Well, they have Watson.
He's on IR.
They have Watson who's out
Who's
automatically.
that, dude? Kenny Pickett's not getting cut. Pickett's not getting cut. He's not getting cut.
No.
If you cut Kenny Pickett, you just proved everything wrong about why the Eagles got rid of him.
Literally.
That and kind of backtracking way far. The Chargers did sign Keenan Allen again. I don't know if y'all saw that, but the Chargers did sign Keenan Allen.
It's a good pickup. Great pickup.
Yeah.
So Dre, what do you think? Sanders' chances and.
I mean, man, and I know Dior ain't gonna want to hear this, man. It's another publicity stunt for Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns know exactly what they're doing. They got all the eyes on them this weekend. They said, "All right, cool, let's put the black guy
Let the
out
young
there.
boy shine."
But
Let's
also,
put Deion's son out there.
Also, throw this out there. This is the time for all the talking to stop. There's no outside noise this time. Shedeur Sanders will be in pads. He'll have a helmet on, and he'll be the one commanding it. There won't be no media outside. There's nothing to it.
No
He
speed
commands.
It's against secondaries and stuff, though.
Listen,
Okay,
the kid,
but he's still.
But he was facing worse though. He was facing worse in practice.
The kid has been killing it in practice. He hasn't got a whole lot
against worse than what he'll face in preseason.
Yeah, I know.
And they're not his teammates.
It's not against first team guys. I get it.
Yeah.
But he's number one, reportedly matured a lot since he's been drafted. He's requested that his father stays away from practice and the games for a minute because he just wants to make it about him. He has,
and also he's been sick too. I don't think he's really trying.
Well,
to
I do believe he's having a humbling moment, like yours trying to talk about. It's a humbling moment for Shedeur. Like when he was in Colorado, he was a showboater with his daddy and stuff like that. Daddy ain't going to protect. He's realizing that daddy ain't going to protect him in the NFL. Like while his daddy is a legend in the NFL, is this the real like first generational talent we've seen like actually get the spotlight? Like is that what this is, right?
No. Marvin Harrison Jr. last year.
Okay, but I think were you talking about like quarterback, like taking the quarterback role over, or are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of Marvin juniors for quarterbacks.
Not many.
That's what he's saying.
Because if you really think about it, Peyton Manning is the first generational one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we talk about more recent history. I feel like this is
we can't narrow it down like ESPN does with LeBron stats. Like, he had the most steals in a game on Wednesday. Like, you can't narrow it down to fit your argument.
But like him and Bronny are like apart. But the point is that like Deion is like Deion is like, if you were to like rank all positional players, Deion's in your top 10.
Well, I mean, it's just like in baseball, Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Like Jr. was better than his dad. You know what I mean? Like clearly.
But Cal,
I think Deion's probably one of the best athletes of all time. Seriously, overall.
Yeah, I mean,
when you think about these dudes, you still got Antoine Winfield Jr. out there, Asante Samuel Jr. out there. There's a bunch of other like first generational talents. If we're just
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Trotter Jr. There's a bunch.
So look,
like I said, I think he was talking about more about
it's about the spotlight. But like what you were saying, it's about the spotlight.
And I agree.
Like Marvin Harrison had good spotlight, like Server said, but I don't think it was the spotlight that Shedeur's getting. Like that's where the problem lies.
No,
like,
but
Shedeur's getting a bigger spotlight.
Saying, no one was saying, Marvin Harrison starting for week 1 of preseason is about to be the most watched preseason of all time.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was a dog. I know Brady's not going to agree with it.
That's not.
No.
Yes. But
like Junior got a lot of fucking hype coming into the season.
That was a man watching that guy in college. As much as I hate Ohio State. They called him Maserati Marv, and he was the highlight reel every week.
He got a lot of attention in college, just like Shedeur did.
Not as much though. No, I agree. It's not as much.
It's the transition.
The door's a media darling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not a media darling. He's like controversial, but like he's always in the spotlight. He's always going to be in the spotlight.
Right.
So him even being on the ballot is going to be a talkable thing,
All right. So we have 1 minute left. I want to say we're just going to end it there. This is one of those ones where we could keep going for like another fucking 30 minutes or so, but I want to say thank you guys for being here. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Wait till football really starts cooking. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out all the other shows that we have, all the other podcasts, and also check out the socials for all of us here. And also get that big bag of sativa. If you guys want to sponsor us, We'll gladly wear the t-shirts if you send us some free goodness. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to y'all soon.
I'm a drinker, so
Enjoy the rest
I'm
of
gonna
your
go get
day.
mine before we
I'm
start.
a copper can.